it's just how we live the life, man. Um, how do we do that? And then, once we decide we want to go out on a mission and run some stuff, like how does it happen? So I'd like to say that this is my official entry into Kurt's contest, which I think is cool. My interpretation of the contest, of Kurt's contest, is how we live the life, man. And I'm just gonna show that here when I decide to go out and run. Like, how do I get my shit together and what do I do afterwards to 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 be able to go out and run again. It's living a life, a lifestyle, and how do we what do we have to do to live it? I think that's kind of the deal breaker for people getting into Nitro, especially. It's a lifestyle. It can be very consuming, a lot of preparation, and anyway, so I'll just go ahead and show right now how I'm able to prepare for a mission, and then come back and make sure that shit stays wired tight to my liking. So I'm kicking back. What do I want to do? I'll go back into this room. If I need to do some work on a motor, I have a designated motor workstation here. And yeah, I've said before, a lot of stuff has happened on this little keyboard stand. Just a little keyboard stand I got from the thrift store. There's some small motor bits if I need small motor bits. Lots of little screws there. I'll keep cleaners on the floor, alcohol, and just some miscellaneous large tools. Again, this is not. This is a good day. This is actually cleaned up in here, but it's just a system. I've developed a system in the rooms of my place that I'm fortunate enough I can utilize every room to get shit done. This is a little cabinet my buddy gave me. I got some cleaners in there and just some other little miscellaneous bits. I don't consider that chaos. I know where everything is. It's like we all have our little systems. I've set up a fifth scale building zone right in this bathroom here. I don't use this bathroom. This car is ready to go. This is trigger happy. This is my second fifth scale. This is ready to be broken in. I didn't put the cage on, but everything else is ready to go. I've spent the last 48 hours standing in this bathroom grinding. I had to do a lot of grinding. A ton of grinding to fit everything in trigger happy here. I had to do a lot of grinding and a lot of chiseling and a lot of modding. This shit just did not fall into place. This took my whole week. I was on vacation. This is done though, because I have to go back to work tomorrow. I set a goal, and by utilizing being able to work in this bathroom, I met my goal with trigger happy there. Here's tires. Here's 8 scale. Here's 5th scale. Here's some foams. I've glued some tires already. I've glued some Kyosho Buggy tires before. There's another set I can do. I started to get down with some 5th scale on-road tires. I'd like to glue some 5th scale tires. I'm not happy with these tires they give us. They're okay, but there's some killer additional options. I'd like to throw some screws in these hostiles and really dig in. Here's some killer looking, I like the tread on these. They look like they can grab killer 6-pack Duratrax. I just haven't found any rims I like to throw in there. I'd like to start gluing up more 5th scale tires. Here's a screw pack, a 5th scale screw pack I just went ahead and bought like probably even 2 screw packs. I just had a bunch of screws out. When I was racking up old trigger happy there, I was constantly just looking at all these damn little screws. There's my plier station. Yeah, it looks a little messy, but I know where everything is in there. That's part of somebody's workspace, is just they know where it is. No one else does, but they know, and it just kind of becomes part of you. Pretty much I'll work on 5th scale back here. Here's my DDM drivers in this little, rocks glass there. Fine. Here's ball ends. Everything's put away. Some more screws and stuff, tunage, some MIP drivers, some cleaning brushes. So when I'm right here, it's pretty much fifth scale. I jet in there, do fifth scale, or I'll work on ice pick right here. So I spent pretty much my whole vacation week right here in this back room. I don't come back here when I'm on during a work week. This is like really going underwater and staying underwater for a long time, and I'm just not in that mode when I get home after a long route. I'll get home late pretty much every day, and I just don't have enough left up there to come back here and start doing shit. Um, I, yeah, I spent the whole week, this whole last week back here. I went 3 days without even leaving the house, I think. Shit, getting trigger happy ready, you know. Trigger happy's ready again. I'm super happy about that. That was hard as shit. Racking up trigger happy was hard as shit. I had to go to Home Depot, buy a better Dremel, a different grinder, some more bits, and I had to really, really fabricate and mod to get everything on trigger happy there. Okay. Nitro parts. I can't have parts buried in boxes anymore. These Nitro bits are just too little. I gotta see the damn things. I gotta see what I have on a part wall to get shit done. I got to see them, so that's my little parts corner. It works good. I rolled right up to that a bunch of times and pulled stuff off the wall and found shit. Totally cool. Stacked with Nitro parts. I do other hobbies. I mean, just, you know, slots and trains. The slots and trains just get me back in this room. And I mean, that's it. You know, I love that stuff. I have it set up. So this is my hobby room. It's part of my, what I call a system on how to live the life. Sure. Where I really live the life after a work day, though, say I do get home at 7 o'clock and have some time, designated a building area. Here's a buggy build. And I actually didn't, I thought I would spend a bunch of time on this MP10 build on my vacation. Guess what? I didn't spend any time right here because I spend a lot of time right here after work. But with the whole week off, I just went way underwater and stayed back there for 3 days, man. I didn't come out of that room, which is fine because I knew this will be here waiting for me when I get done with my routes. I can just come and sit right here and just get down with a buggy build, which I'm very excited about. You know, I took up 2 tables to do it, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I've had some questions about my diffs, and I'll just have to learn that as they go. This is my first build, and having a lot of fun with it. It's just a good thing to put 20 minutes into when I get done with the route, half an hour, if the time is right. So this is a perfect, like, just kind of a decompress, work for 20 minutes, half-hour workstation for when I get done with routes. I don't have enough energy to go back into that back room because once I'm back there, those projects take hours, days. I spent 3 days back there just now, and it was awesome getting a fifth scale together. So here's fifth scale. Here's a pegboard with bigger parts, big fifth scale parts. I noticed I just separated my fifth scale stuff, and I have some boxes of it, but just the Nitro parts behind each other just weren't working too well. I had to just stick them individually on cardboard, and I like doing that. So the MP10 build's going fine, having a lot of fun with it. I've stood right here under this light and done a lot of shit on my Scorpions and the Truggy. Stood right here. It's a little dirty, but this thing is ready to go. I got a clean motor. I got afterrun in there. I got alcohol in the gas tank, sprayed it out. I got a clean air filter. This car is ready to go. You know, this 2-wheel drive Scorpion. These things have always been a challenge for me. There's tires, but I mean, this is another workstation right under this light. So I've just stood right at that light, listening to the TV, you know, looping Breaking Bad, just listening to the TV, and just got cars ready to go. I set up this workstation so mostly as a cleaning station. Here's my air, so I can just drag this hose outside and spray cars right outside, which is I've done a bunch of times. It works really good. But then it just kind of turned into a nitro station. So I have my fifth scale station back there. And this kind of just turned into a nitro area. It's near the door. I can get all my shit ready to go for missions. Um, I got some cleaning stuff here. I haven't really had to do two heavy cleaning jobs. I've taken kind of shorter runs, kind of in grass. I haven't been tracking back a lot of mud or anything, and I'm happy with it. How things are right now. This truggy's ready to go. It's totally fine. The engine's got after run. The gas tank's got no fuel in it. No fuel is setting, and we're clean there. So I got some motors there. I got a stack of 28s, Aroma, you know, the old Nova artillery stack. Got to be stacked up with your artillery there. And this is just my nitro station. It's a good. I like it. It's near the door. It's like I can finalize everything and then just jet out the door. You know, I buy these cases from the thrift store. These old makeup cases from the 60s and 70s. You know, like my mother would have back in the day, back in the 70s. They're killer for tools, and I mean, just, you know, there's all my batteries and chargers and shit for in case I want to take that out, which I've done, you know, already a bunch of times. Started running with my buddy Scotty, and we can't blast his neighbors with nitro and utilize his tracks, so we've just taken time and just ran our electrics. So this electric's ready to go. I just did a small job on it, replacing a screw in the shock. I'm already robbing shit for my very first RC car 10 years ago. There's a slash. I picked up a slash that started every damn thing. This slash was my fire starter, and you know, there it sits, and I just ripped apart from it just a week ago to work on my second slash. So all right, this is about workstations, but I mean, these slashes are a representation of how I got started of living the life. I mean, that's pretty much it. So I got multiple workstations. All right, so I come back from a mission. You know, I can offload some gear there. Those are empty tubs. I usually offload right here. It's a good spot. It's right near the door. You know, here's an old lunch cooler with my heat gun. When I bring my generator, my pull cord pulled out of my generator. I have to get a new pull cord. My last run, I couldn't use my heat gun. Luckily, it was about 60 degrees, and I just let the car idle, build up some temp. But I love bringing the generator with me on nitro missions. I couldn't do that last time, but when I do, here's my tub of cords. I can make cords as long as I want, and I think the generator is a rad thing to bring. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, when I come back from a mission, I'll go over here. This is my music studio, and we all seen it before. And then just make a little music, plink at the keyboard, and just play some piano, and just, you know, watch some videos. Half the fun about being a part of the YouTube community is just doing a bit of production. I love to edit. I love to make a little bit of music if I can, if I think it's proper. And I'm also, you know, I've been a drummer for 30 years, and my drum mics are always set up. I just cut another drum track the other day, a roots reggae drum track from my buddy Mark. So that this stuff's always ready to go. Drums and percussion. That's my main main instrument. The keyboards and stuff are like, just, you know, how I can chill when I'm making music by myself, and I've tried to integrate it into my RC stuff, and it's a lot of fun for me. I'm excited to make a video depending on what the run was like, and just, you know, I'll just try to tailor some music specifically for that video. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. I don't know how the music's going to come out ever. I actually tried to make, like, write something that was already I've been thinking about for a long time, and I tried to do a riff that was in my head for a long time. It just didn't work. I was like, I can't be thinking about something from, like, I wanted to use in a song that might be unrelated to RC. I just got to make up something right here, right now. And I just started from scratch and just started playing at stuff, and, you know, I just built on something I just made up right then and there. So the fun part about making my music for these is just, it's all just off the dome. I'm making the riffs as I'm watching the video, and it's just a fun little slam down in production. My production skills are very basic. I don't take time to do killer mixes or anything. I don't hardly know anything about it. But like my car workstation, this is also another workstation that I've just kind of grown and got used to. A couple synths, a drum kit with the right mics, and that's pretty much it. So the music station does have interplay. Excuse me, does interplay with the RC. It all interplays. My whole house is a workstation, and that's pretty much it. So Zam, we got up to 16 minutes. I don't even. I can put this on my channel, or I might just ship this to Kurt. I want to thank Kurt for making them long videos. I listen to them every night while I'm cooking and stuff, and just I listen, and it's cool because it's like a podcast, of living the life, and I appreciate the being able to listen. I listen to everybody. I love everybody's long videos. I'll listen everybody's long videos. I'm doing one right now. It's 16 minutes. But I love listening to when people get up into the half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll just wear my phone around my neck and start cooking and preparing for the week, and I'll listen to them talk, whatever they want to talk about. Maybe I'll listen to Jeff's service today. Things like that. So anyway, I'm happy to throw an entry into Kurt's contest. It's totally cool. I believe it's just a proof of how we live the life, really. I mean, this is, it's pretty unorthodox. You can't really call it a cave. It's multiple workstations, but it's just how I do it. So I'm happy to show that. I'm happy to prove that, and I'm very fortunate to say, yeah, I can live this life, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, paints. Gotta have paints and vitamins. So, have a lot of fun here.